What is going on, guys? This is Ben here. So this is part 2 of the video that I made yesterday. We have a lot of new things to talk about that is in this big article. So if you guys missed yesterday's video, basically what we're going to be talking about is update concepts for Pokemon Go, or how we think Pokemon Go should be. If this stuff that we're going to talk about was added to Pokemon Go, it would be like the best game in the world, the perfect game. Some of you may think it's the best game in the world right now. I just think there needs to be leaps forward, and I just gotta say this is just concept. This isn't planned to be added to the game as of what we know right now. It's just like if like you thought of Pokemon Go and their trailer that they showed, this is how it should be. This is like the best experience that could be like with it. Well, I'm sure there's other things that could be done better. This is just a very good, like, compact, all in one place article from a guy that put this all together. So shout out to Alberto Choi for making this, and we're covering it. So, but yeah, we talked about a lot of the points that he made in the last video, so check that out if you haven't seen it yet, and then come back to this one. So we're gonna go over the other things that we did not cover in today's video. But I do have to say this. If Niantic does see this video and they're like, oh, that is a good idea. Like, we know Niantic usually doesn't take feedback, usually doesn't listen to the community, but I will say there is hope. Guys, Niantic posted a tweet on Twitter with a poll of which event, asking us which event we liked the best out of like the Halloween event, the Thanksgiving event, and the Christmas event, part 1 and part 2. So that's the first time I've ever seen them actively seeking out feedback from the players. So maybe 2017 they're like, yeah, we need to do a little bit better, listen to the community. So that's all we can hope. So hopefully they see some of these ideas and actually think they're good ideas, and maybe eventually this stuff will get added. We hope. We all can hope. So yeah, that's what I gotta say. And another thing before I get started too, I did post a Yu-Gi-Oh video today. From time to time, guys, I'm gonna post videos or different videos from games that I always enjoy playing, or that I enjoy playing, I should say. That's how I started my YouTube channel. Like, I want to post videos on what I'm enjoying playing at the time. It's not, the Pokemon Go upload's not gonna suffer. Usually I just add it to Edition. So if you see a different video from me, the Pokemon Go will still be there. It's just like, if I'm enjoying a game, I want to share that with you guys, and some of you got mad at me, and I don't really know why. Like, for instance, I'm also probably going to be posting a little bit more Clash Royale, because I got back into that. That's not going to hinder the Pokemon Go upload. It's just in addition to that, plus I have a little bit more free time now as well. So I just wanted to say that. If that makes any of you mad, I'm sorry, then just don't watch that video. Just wait for the Pokemon one, if that makes sense. But I had to say that. So now, let's get into it. So the first one we have up is Journeys. Journeys is kind of how we already kind of have like a step towards it. It's like, you guys know when we spin Pokestops, you get the daily streak, you get more items, and you know when you catch a Pokemon, you get XP and Stardust, and then when you hit those 7-day streaks, you get a ton. This is kind of similar to that, but it has to do with badges and challenges and everything. So you guys know everyone loves gym badges. You gotta be like, check out my gym badges here. Well, in the shows, that's what they did, and then in your games, it was like a requirement. But if they added gym badges, their proposed way is like the journey to get those, and there's different challenges to get those. And a lot of games have daily challenges or challenges over time that you complete. It's kind of like the medal system, but it's different in the fact, like, okay, so say for instance, on this picture, it says badges. He has 2 out of 8. And he's working towards his yellow badge. Of course, it'll probably have a different name, but it says get to level 20, check mark, and then win 15 gym battles, and then visit 20 different Pokestops. I can't zoom in on my iPhone for whatever reason, probably because I'm in the mode I am. And then the last one is catch 10 normal type Pokemon, and he has 8 out of 10. So something like to complete these challenges, to get these badges. It's just like, a lot of people would like that. It would give them incentives to do things. It would actually be a good way for gym battles too, like win 15 gym battles, because not a lot of, like, there's a ton of people that love gym battles and that's their main focus on the game, and there's other people that gym battle like the first day, and then now they don't even touch the gyms because there's no reason for them to. Like, they don't want to get the Pokecoins, they don't feel the need to battle, they just like catching stuff. So that would be incentivize people, giving something a little bit more. Plus, if you get a gym badge, maybe you get a little bit more reward. It's that physical representation of that. So I think that would be really cool. Taking on these tasks to learn them. Hopefully they never add it, or not. I hope they add it, like some sort of style like this with gym battles or gym badges, And then maybe if you get more gym badges, if they ever add a battle system, you could do a different tier of battles or whatever with your friends, get different rewards and stuff. But what I was gonna say is like, hopefully they don't, if they were to add like the challenges, like kind of like this, you have to complete this stuff, like you see how it says get to level 20, hopefully it never says get to level 40, because that would be like the point 0.5, nah, I'd say like 0.1% of players that probably have played this game are level 40. So Reversal is in that boat. He would be there. He'd be the YouTuber with all 8 gym badges, and then me, Nick, and Mystic, and Alia and Lei Chan will all be all like completely behind. But yeah, so that like some sort of journey like that would be really cool. And it just adds a different aspect and a different thing to do in the game, but something to progress towards, like, except for XP and just collecting Pokemon. So this one I'm not too sure on, but I don't think they would ever do this, but it's a new tracking. It's not really new, it's just an addition, an add-on to the current tracking system. He had an idea where it would be like their footprints do come back, and you kind of need to have 2 items to be able to look at the footprints. So you have your normal tracker, and then if like something rare were to spawn, a footprint with question marks would show up, and then you would have to have the footprint identifier, and then batteries you'd probably die. You could probably buy them or find them they're probably rare from Pokesbox, but you'd use these, and then it would tell you directly how to get to a Pokemon, or like have a direction mark and everything. So it was an interesting idea. I don't think they would ever do it. It's like an enhanced tracker. It's like an add-on to our enhanced tracker, where it's like for a single specific Pokemon it will take you there, and you have to use a different item. But I think that would be a little bit too complicated, because honestly, I think honestly for Pokemon Go they're trying to make it as simplistic as possible, and at least from what we've seen right now, maybe they'll have an update that'll add something that's, I don't know, it takes like a little time to grasp what it is. Because for right now, it's pretty standard. It's pretty easy. Anyone can pick up the game and go, and there's not much to look into how it works. Maybe something like that will change, but I don't think they would ever do that. It's just an interesting idea, though. And I have to say this: you guys did not like my idea of trading yesterday. You did not like the idea of how you wouldn't get Stardust for transferring it. It would be a low CP. You could only trade like a limited number of trades. Because like it doesn't affect anyone from completing the Pokedex. That's completely out of the person's decision. A lot of you guys didn't like that. I just had to throw that out there. I don't know. I just don't. I want them to make it a balanced trade system where it's not just like, oh, a new player starts, they have a friend that's been playing for a while. You can do this in the old games, yes, but I don't think that would be good for the game. Like some new player would be like, oh, just trade me all these Pokemon, I'll give you all my Pidgeys, and then I have a completed Pokedex and I'm not going to play anymore. So I hope they don't do that. I understand your points. I'm just saying, for me, I hope they don't, and I just had to throw that out there. So next up, we have a list of items that he think would be a good idea. Like you see here, a Rainbow Wing and the Silver Wing. Those kind of go into legendary Pokemon, which we'll talk about later. I would like to see new items. I'm not really a fan of some of his ideas with them. Like he's saying medicine would be always the only way to use legendary Pokemon, so people would be more hesitant to use legendary Pokemon in battles. Like medicine can only be used on them. It's like a revive for them. It's a lot rare, and it's only used for that. So, but we don't even have legendary Pokemon in the game. The last point we're gonna talk about today is the legendary Pokemon. He has like Pokepuffs and rare candies, talking about that. Honestly, I don't think rare candies will ever be added to the game, because they already have candies. You just gotta catch Pokemon and power it up, and plus with your buddy you can walk. Pokepuffs, I wouldn't see a need for them, because if I remember correctly, Pokepuffs are for like increasing your Pokemon's friendship with you or whatever. I could see that if like there was a friendship aspect to the game, but I don't. I honestly think if like Crobat gets added, because I think you need super high friendship with a Golbat in the games to do that. But honestly, if Crobats get added, I think it's just going to be a straight evolution through the candies, no friendship or anything needed. So I don't think I would need to see the need. The items that I want to talk about are like different incenses. There was like back when the game came out, there was like the floral incense, the I forget the pyro incense and all this. It's like different specific incenses that would attract specific types of Pokemon. Like say you live in an area where you see a lot of fire Pokemon and you rarely ever see water. There's like a water incense, a water type, aqua incense that you could use that would bring like aqua Pokemon or water Pokemon to you, so you can get a variety of these. Yes, they'd probably be a little bit more expensive because they're more specific, but it would be a cool idea to do that. And then there was like the different type of lure modules and stuff like that. And then I did like his idea about the items though for the legendaries, like the Rainbow Wing and the Silver Wing. And basically what those items would be is for, I guess we're just gonna talk about legendaries now too. So those type of items, is there any like items that you guys would like to see added to the game? Like realistically, what you think would be good and what would like what would be awesome? People say TMs, like moves that you could teach your Pokemon. I don't see that happening. I think they like their system of random and everything. So now these items that are for legendary Pokemon. So the two examples that he has is like the Clear Bell for Ho-Oh and the Rainbow Wing. So you have to have both of these and you have to like use them at the same time, and that will call upon Ho-Oh and he'll appear on your map, and then you have like 10 minutes to catch him, or a specific like a time amount to catch him. And if you don't catch him within that time amount, he's gonna disappear and you're gonna have to recollect those items and try again later. But they're probably gonna be really hard to catch, and hopefully sometime soon we get a Master Ball, because then if you want to, you can just like toss the Master Ball. Just imagine this though, like I've thought of this many times. What if they do award players with like a Master Ball, and you know how sometimes you just like you throw a Pokeball and just like falls off to the side, or you accidentally like click off your screen a little bit even though you didn't realize it and the Pokeball just falls, or you just have a terrible toss. What if you missed your one chance with the Master Ball? Like, oops, I did not mean to tweet that out there. Yeah, what if you just miss? What are you gonna do? You only get one of these. What happens if it's just kind of like bad toss? What do you do? Would it be like you can pick it up until it's actually used? Because I've thought about that, and like I'm just curious. I think if they ever were to add a Master Ball and you only get one, I think it would be like you get to throw it until it hits it. Like that's what I think it would happen. But I always for whatever reason that thought just popped in my mind. I'm sure someone else had to have thought of that. So yeah, these items though, you can get Lugia, and he's already talking about Generation 2 legendaries. We don't even have Generation 1. So I'm gonna add my thoughts again on how I think these legendaries are gonna be added. I honestly have thought about it, listened to your guys' feedback. The way that I see it is there's going to be people have talked about raids. Raids is basically a bunch of people getting together. Like if you guys saw the trailer with Mewtwo and everyone's fighting it, like in certain areas, a bunch of trainers are gonna get together and try and take down this legendary Pokemon. It's gonna be extremely powerful, and if you defeat it in a certain amount of time or whatever, with all of you battling it, you all get it. There's people who talked about that. I think that is a very good probability. It's either raids where, say, like, I don't know, just you could try and do it solo, like start the raid event, and then you're probably not going to succeed though, because one-man army versus a Mewtwo probably isn't going to go well. So then maybe it's gonna, because like that would add the community aspect to the game. Like for me, I'd probably go to Milwaukee, call up my friends, be like, yo, let's go get this Mewtwo. 40 of us, no problem, we easily get it. So I see raids being a thing because communities come together, people coming together, and that's kind of what Niantic seems to want. There is the side of, I thought of this too, where there's like a event somewhere specifically in the world that you have to go to get it, and then it would be kind of released worldwide at a later date, like a week later. So for the people that were actually at the event, actually got that Pokemon for a little bit of exclusive time. I see that happening. So those are my way for legendaries. I think it's going to be the birds first that will be released, and then I think it's going to be Mewtwo and Mew, and then Generation 2, all of Generation 2 will be released, and then who knows when Generation 2 legendaries are going to be released. So I think that's the timeline for it. I hope it's more so like it's coming quick, and maybe Generation 2, or I really just want like player versus player battles. That's what I really want to see, along with new Pokemon, yes, but I just want something, man. We haven't got like any tidbits of information from Niantic. They are taking feedback, but honestly, they were probably on their entire team was probably on holiday for Christmas and New Year's, but hopefully now they're back to work. Maybe soon we'll get some news on a new, potentially big update. But yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts on the legendaries, the journeys, the new items, and all that, and be sure to check out part 1. But yeah, this is gonna conclude the concept updates. Thanks so much for Alberto Choi once again, and all of you guys that have linked me this article, because there was a few of you who tweeted me this article when it came out. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Should be back with actually playing Pokemon tomorrow. But hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys later.